All right, y'all ready to fucking rock this show, baby?
Yep.
You guys seem really enthused to be here.
Hell yeah, man. Let's do it.
That's what I like to hear. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Random Ramblings. I'm Jerome.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Hess.
I might have hyped us up a little too much.
King of the North.
Oh, yeah. Today we're talking about You, Season 1, Episode 7, Everythingship.
Soldier boy, tough.
Woohoo, kaboo.
I don't know if I can take this.
That's
like one of those made-up words in the fucking show.
What if after the entire podcast, after every word I said, Hess was like, woohoo, shaboo! How long until you're like, I'm done, I have to walk out of here?
About 2 minutes.
Woohoo, kaboo.
Hey, if he keeps saying it, we can put it on a shirt.
I don't believe you.
Well, one day we'll have a shirt from Pleeka that won't get stolen in our mailbox.
Wow.
Remember when that happened?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, make some Pleeka merch.
It'd be funny. We're like
some homeless guy stole it.
Walking in the store and someone has a shirt on. Hey, motherfucker.
I want to run into that guy. Because I'm like, oh, I know where you got
It could
that.
be a woman.
That's true. I want to run into that dirty bitch.
Could be a raccoon.
That would
Might
be
find
interesting.
Angela might find it at work one day.
That
You
would be
never know.
funny.
Did you just call her a raccoon?
No.
Oh, okay.
Did she tell you? We'll get into you in a minute. Yesterday, she was going on this whole story. This guy came to her store as a field trip to take all these old people from the place he works at, like this old folks home he works at, and he brought them on a field trip to Goodwill. And then he gets there and he's like, oh fuck, I forgot my mask. So instead of asking Goodwill for one or going to Walgreens or somewhere nearby to get one, he's like, I'm gonna go back to where we came from and get it. So you guys go in there and shop. I'm gonna go get my mask. And he goes in there, comes back, and of course, some dude's missing.
Oh.
And it's a guy his glasses just barely help him see. He's partly blind. And he's walking around there right by traffic and all that shit. So they're looking all over the store for him. And then mom goes to like the back section and asks this guy, like, hey, did you see some old dude come in here with a hat and gray hair and glasses on? He's like, oh yeah, just saw him walking by here. And then we never found him.
Oh, that's
And I was like, oh, you told us his whole story. Hers is way longer, going into detail here, and the guy talking all this stuff. And I was like, and there's no fucking ending.
I like how you describe an old guy. He's gray
That's
hair
how she
and
described him. Gray hair and glasses and all that shit. And I was like,
gray hair and glasses. There's like 8 of them, and we can't find one.
yeah. Whoa.
Jesus Christ.
Talk about a shaggy dog, baby.
That shit was driving me nuts. A little fucking hanger right there.
Yeah, we still have it.
Fuck yeah, it is.
You might want to run out and get a haircut before everything shuts down again.
Everything did. Did you hear the news?
We might want to get out there like tonight.
Hey, what's the point?
That's true, because then it's just going to grow long again.
Yeah.
Do you think by the end of this year you will have the longest hair and the longest beard you've ever had in your life?
I'll have the longest hair for sure.
That'd be interesting.
I think I'm pretty much there right now. Like, it's on my back. Like, if
For a second I thought he was saying his back hair is that long, and I was like, that's not what I want to know about.
No, if like
Teen Wolf
when I
3.
get out of the shower, it's on my back. Like, my hair is on my back.
Oh, is it on your pussy and your crack?
Wow.
Yep.
I learned from watching your mom's house that you're not supposed to talk about bad things within the first 10 minutes of the video. That's how you get dinged. After that, it's fine. You could talk about
You
taints.
literally just put out a highlight video where you talked about buttholes in the first second.
Yeah, that's just a highlight video. Those are just for fun. By the way, go check out our highlight videos. I work hard on those. You guys want to start talking about You?
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
Soldier Boy? Just something.
What?
I don't know the words. I'm just,
Well, then why are you
I'm
saying
just talking.
them?
Do you know the words?
No.
Exactly.
I don't like
Soldier boy, tell him.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was good.
You can't get me. Oh, I was singing a different song. I started singing. He's getting Big Bird.
Were you just
What is
dancing?
going on here?
Oh, Lord.
This is getting very chaotic.
A little bit.
Oh.
Oh God. Are you okay? I think Abby's sending you stuff, Jerome.
Oh, yeah, my phone's over there. She texted me a video of you singing into a fan earlier. I told her to send me some clips, and I'll put them in the intro.
Wow.
Great.
And she sent me a picture of Hess. Oh, boy, I'll show you later. It's a doozy.
I don't need to see his penis.
She did say, too, she told me it's hard to get videos and stuff of him, like, find him where he's actually wearing clothes. And I said, well, you can send the naked ones to Nick because he'll enjoy
No,
that. So
I don't want that shit.
you might be getting a few texts later tonight. Anyways, you. Opens up with Joe, and he's making pancakes with her little red ladle.
You know what? Fuck you.
Fuck me?
Yeah.
I don't
Why?
understand.
Every fucking podcast we do is, oh, how did you like this episode? And then I actually like this episode quite a bit. And he doesn't even fucking ask me.
Sorry,
So fuck you.
Sorry. What'd
fuck
you
you.
think of the episode, Nick?
I thought it sucked.
Okay.
No, I actually did like this.
Did you watch the
episode.
last podcast?
No.
Oh, it's funny because Taylor gave me the idea for. She's like, when you're editing it, go back to every podcast and put his reaction in there. Because the person's like, yeah, I liked it, and they're like, it was like, okay, not as good as the first episode. Yeah, I liked it. It was okay. And then go back, and then you're like, I don't do that. But, so you can thank Taylor for that one.
Thanks, Taylor.
But he's making pancakes with the red ladle. Taylor pointed out that he was using the red ladle. I didn't even notice that he was using it.
For fuck's sake, really?
And then they're reading, and he caresses. This is where, I mean, it already is a weird show, but he caresses her thigh, and she goes, "Oh, falafel." Why was she doing that? She did that twice in the episode.
That's like her word to say she's not in the mood to have sex.
So like if he's fucking her from behind and he accidentally hits her in the butthole, she's like falafel.
Yeah,
And
like,
he knows
it's like
not
the
to
safe
enter.
word: no sex, not in the mood. Fuck off, eat a dick.
Do you think
Go
they
beat your meat.
do you think they discussed this before, or do you think she randomly just said falafel just to
I'm
see if we get the
assuming
hint?
that this was discussed.
I don't think it was. I think she's fucking nuts.
Since Hess has insight on this,
I think she's fucking nuts.
do you and Abby have a safe word? Like if she grabs your cock, you're like pork chops,
No,
and she knows no sex. Oh, you guys are just down for sex anytime.
He doesn't have a safe word.
yeah, there's no. I mean, no.
Oh, anything flies in that house.
It used to be pineapple, like a long time ago when we first started dating.
Oh.
Yeah, she used to. Anytime she didn't want it, she'd be like pineapple, but she hadn't used it in a long time. So
now she eats up that pineapple.
Hess has wore her down. Now she's just like, all right, I'll flip over.
yeah, I don't think.
Just hurry up.
Just wake me up when you're done.
Yeah.
But that turns out Joe's in therapy. He's talking with Uncle Jesse. How'd you like that sweet little cameo?
The guy from Dukes of Hazzard?
No.
Oh, the other
Full
guy.
House. The only real Uncle Jesse that matters.
He's the second Uncle Jesse.
If you hear all this clinking in another podcast, people, I'm sorry.
It's Drum's butthole.
Yeah.
I was surprised he was in it. I had no idea.
Yeah, me too. We were watching it, and Taylor didn't spoil it for us at all. Where I was like, holy shit, you didn't tell me Uncle Jesse's in? She's like, yeah, it's pretty cool, huh?
That's funny. I was surprised when he just starts smoking
Yeah, he's
weed
just
right
like,
in front of him.
This really helps me listen. And I was like, wow, maybe we should get some weed for Hess.
Yeah, no shit.
I'm about to do a podcast. Hey, Hess, spark up.
Yeah. I listen to everything you say.
What? Just kidding.
But yeah, he's in therapy with Uncle Jesse, and then later on, Beck says she feels like a hootsy because her first kiss was with Chad, and because he really tried to. But when I was listening to that at first, I was taking notes, so I only kind of part listened to that. I was like, I thought she was saying she lost her virginity to Chad, and that's why she felt like a hootsy.
Jesus.
And she was like, no, just a first kiss. And I was like, oh, well, why does she feel like a hootsy for kissing him?
Hootsy's not a word.
Because she's a fucking crazy fuck.
Yeah, I guess that's how you describe Beck for sure.
I mean, how you come up with a word and you start playing Scrabbles with the fucking words you make up?
Yeah.
They're pretty lame.
That was such a love story thing. They play Scrabble, and then when he breaks up, he gives her Scrabble. I was like, okay, that's kind of funny. But, like, it's such a little love story thing. Joe recreates their first kiss, and, you keep getting, like, flashes in this episode, like, oh, it's going well. And then he's like, so then why did you guys break up? And he's like, I'm getting to that. I liked how they kind of tailored the episode through, like, narrating, but this time he's talking to the therapist instead of talking to us.
Yeah.
Or you, whoever's talking
when
to
they
him.
first, because they reveal him talking to the camera, and they don't show the therapist.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, we
You
finally...
thought he's losing his mind? And
No, I'm like, oh, is he finally telling us who he's talking to this whole time? And then it was like, no, it's just...
It's just Uncle Jesse.
Yeah.
But so Becca fired. She really just waited to tell Joe that until he's like, you gonna go to work?
She's a fucking loser.
Yeah, she's pretty close to being Paco.
She's a loser.
Because she has a little bit of a life. One more step and she's Paco.
She's not... Paco's not 18.
You don't know that.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
They've never told you his age, have they?
I'm pretty sure he's not 18.
Although I did think Ron did
Why
say
are you pointing at me?
Ron did say having an underage kid around you or something, I think, at one point. So
Yeah.
maybe it proves he's not 18. Becca fired. And now Joe offered her a job at Mooney's and says there's flexible hours and hey, you could write. Finally, you call yourself a writer.
Yeah.
Later on, she was like, well, thinking about what you're going to write is part of the process.
You know what's funny is
That's like, I'm going to go cook dinner. Right now, I'm in the process of thinking exactly how I'm going to cook every piece. And then later on, I'll cook you.
Cook him? You
Okay.
cook me?
I'm going to cook you.
I thought it was a horrible idea to have her start working there in the first place.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
He just did that because he's like, ooh, she's closer to me.
Yeah, because
I can keep my eye on her.
Yeah.
Would you ever want to work with your significant other?
No, I would not.
What if she was like, I'll give you a hand job every day at work?
Okay, I can get that every day without working with her.
Talks about Hess's work experience.
I mean, it's just like you're around each other like 16 hours a day if you work with them. You know what I mean? More than that. Fuck. All the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like
It's a
you
bit
gotta
much.
have a break here and there, yeah.
I think what I liked about this episode is I thought she was cheating. I thought she was going to get caught cheating. And then, like, because he's following her in the hat. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, well, Hess
Well,
says he's
you know
invisible.
I said when he got caught, I go, I guess he's not invisible anymore.
Yeah.
They pick and
Yeah.
choose when he's visible in that, I guess.
But, so I was like, oh, yeah. So it kept me guessing. I thought
I forgot how good this episode was.
So then he was going to kill the therapist, but then he didn't. And I was like, they're not going to kill him off. Like, he's a known actor. They're going to put him in one episode?
Mm-hmm.
And then he let him go. I got to, figure it out if he's really doing it. I'm not convinced that they're not fucking,
Mm-hmm.
but...
Well, it's probably like that last comment, too, when he's like, I'm hungry like the wolf. And Joe's like, what?
I know. I was like,
And then,
Duran,
and then he
dude.
started getting flashbacks to...
The reflex. Sorry, I got changed.
So Uncle Jesse lights up, and then Joe continues on his story. We learn about who he says he's talking about later on.
Yeah.
But Ethan, this part was really fucking weird. Ethan takes a picture of Joe and Beck, and Joe goes, wow, he really needs a burger. And Beck goes, no, he needs somewhere to stick his meat in.
Yeah, and then they high-fived. And
Joe looked at her like, that's fucking gross. She's like, yeah, it's not our worst coming out.
that's what
It
she
had
said.
good intentions.
Yeah, I actually laughed at that.
Yeah.
Does she annoy you at this point?
Me? She
Either
annoyed
of
me
you.
4 episodes ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
See, I liked her for a bit. And then once she started it was probably around this time that I was like, I'm not sure about you, bitch.
But I completely understand, too. He's fucking annoying. Like, if you were to hit his girlfriend, you would want to kill him because he's just
Maybe.
so overbearing.
Maybe, yeah.
He's trying way too hard to be the perfect boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Did you pay attention when he gets caught stalking her? His face when he's in that park. She's like, "Stop lying," because he's like smiling and it's just like instantly angry. I rewinded it for 2 and 2. I was like, "Holy shit!"
Oh, I
Like he
didn't-
looked like, "I'll fucking kill you in this park right now, bitch." Like it was so angry. Like it just
I noticed he was like not happy, but
Mhm.
I didn't notice the instant switch.
It's like the second she says "stop lying," he just snaps to a different face, and I was like, "Wow, that's weird."
It's kind of like once again his little mouth got him in trouble. They were at the birthday party. He's talking to, hey, I got her name Lynn.
Yeah, I had to
Yeah.
actually look it up on IMDb because they were talking, and I was like, "Fuck, what's her name?" And he was like, "I don't
Lenny.
know. I don't know." So
They said her name like 100 times this episode.
yeah,
they
until
did.
I needed it, and I was like,
Uh,
"Come on." Say
so
the
he's
name."
talking to her, and then she, of course, shows up behind him. It would have been great because she's standing right behind me, right? It's like one of those kind of things. But I'm like, once again, your mouth got you in trouble. Every other time you're good with like hiding everything.
Well, I told this to Taylor too when he was talking, and he's like, "You're in trouble, Beck. I thought I saved you with Benji and Peach and all that, but now I have one more." And I was like, "It's funny how smart he is, but he doesn't realize that there's never not going to be a problem with Beck. There's always
Right.
going to be one person in the way that doesn't fully get her exactly where he wants or whatever, or he'll be slightly jealous or whatever."
or he even invents the problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So like I was like, it's funny how that works. You know what this show reminds me of, which I didn't think about this until we started watching it today. A little bit of Barry. Not quite as funny, but like living the double life and there's murder and all that. Like and like the guy is like
there's
fucked up.
similarities.
There's like little similarities, and I was
There's
like,
a little
I can kind of see that.
I don't think it's on Barry's level either.
No, Barry's great. I can't wait for
Yeah.
that to come back.
Yeah.
Barry's one of my favorite HBO shows that are currently on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you caught up on Barry?
Not caught up on it.
It's very good. Even Taylor.
I love the first season.
Taylor wasn't caught up and then finished the first season and then watched the second season in like a day. She loved it.
Yeah.
So where were we? Oh yeah, while talking about Peach, which I also thought this was stupid. The whole episode, every time Beck brought up Peach, she was like, "Oh, good, you're talking about Peach."
Yeah, just let her talk about it.
Yeah,
Shut
like,
the fuck
it's
up.
like maybe if you stop bringing attention to that, she'd talk about it more and get over. But
You
every
just-
single time,
you just said Peach.
you're talking about her. That's weird. You don't know.
Oh, you know what he should have done? He should have made it a drinking game. Every time she started,
Oh, she'd take a shot.
yeah,
That'd have been
she
interesting.
would have never caught on.
That's funny. So you know how I told you I'm watching Pretty Little Lies of Taylor and Peach is in that.
Yeah.
I walked in the room the other day. She's watching the show like Dollface or something on Hulu,
Mm-hmm.
and Peach is also in that.
Jesus.
So last night or the other night we were watching Pretty Little Liars. I was like, "Are you sick of having her in all your shows yet?"
Yeah.
And she's like, "No, not really, because I finished Dollface now, so she's only in like 2 shows. Well, now 1 because she died in here.
I've never seen that girl before in my life.
I haven't either. Now I've seen her like every day.
Wow.
Like best friends.
Yeah, me and her hang out all the time.
I could see that.
But so while talking about Peach, Beck mentions that she's going to therapy, and he's like, "What?"
Yeah, that kind of surprised him a little bit, huh?
Yeah, he's like,
I guess we're not telling you everything.
Mm-hmm. And then we found out he's telling Uncle Jesse that he's dating Ronaldo.
Yeah. Such a little shit slinger.
Did you expect him to be lying and not actually talking about Beck to Uncle Jesse?
It makes
yeah, kind of.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that at all. When we watched. I was like, why is he just?
Yeah, but
He does all this
if
shit secretly and then just tells him about her. But then it's like, oh, it's Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he thinks that he's cheating, so he's not going to go in there and be like, yeah, I'm this girl named Beck, because he would know.
Well, yeah,
Jesse-
but at the point where he
You know what I
says
mean?
this, we didn't know that he thought
Yeah,
this was the
because
therapist.
he
and all
hadn't
that.
said. Yeah, he hadn't said.
So like once it got to the cheating, that made sense and all that. But before that, I was like, that's interesting. I don't know why he's fucking telling all this to him. Oh, this part's kind of interesting too. Like, to give you a little bit of a teaser. At the end of this, Ethan complains about how bad Beck is at her new job. He walks in. This is kind of awkward, but she's late. She's really bad. She can't alphabetical order this. You wouldn't let her in the house. She can put the DVDs away.
fuck no.
But then after all that, the sheriff department called Mooney's.
Oh yeah.
And Joe pretends to be what's his face Mooney and says, "Oh, I gave the car to my grandson. Why is he or my nephew? Whatever." He says, "Is he in trouble?" And the guy's like, "No, just checking. There's a little accident, whatever, just checking." And then that's all we see about that this episode.
Yeah,
And I like when he hangs up. That was too close.
Yeah, or when before he picks up the phone, he's like, like he's getting his voice all raspy.
Jesus fucking Christ.
His neighbor's gonna start banging. Your neighbors haven't banged in a while. Have they moved out?
He's gonna have to wipe his wall down.
That would be hilarious. After he
What?
sneezes, you just see boogers running down his wall.
Hope they don't have the Rona, huh?
Man, we wouldn't get it unless it
Yeah, I mean, you can't get that shit through.
goes
an
through
iPad.
FaceTime. That'd be scary.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, like, for me, like, I don't want to have it.
Oh, we weren't worried about you.
Do you think Hess would
Yeah.
survive Rona?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
My aunt was supposed to get tested yesterday.
Oh yeah, supposedly our aunt has it.
Well,
Well,
she's,
she said Marsha.
she has a
Marsha Cone? Marsha Cone?
Yeah, but don't say it like that. That's weird. Because it's Cohen.
But apparently she had some symptoms, and then Mia was like, "Well, I was hanging out with her."
She's got allergies. And she thinks
Yeah.
it's allergies, but she's a nurse, so she wanted to get it tested. But
Yeah.
the hospital ran out of tests, so she couldn't get tested anyways.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Well, a lot of the CVS's you can get tested.
Taylor,
Like the one right next.
Taylor got an email because she works at ASU tutoring. She can get a test.
Yeah.
Walgreens is doing tests too, but not at the Walgreens. It's a specific one.
Oh, you gotta
Yeah.
go somewhere to do it.
Yeah, it's in Sun City.
Are you gonna get tested?
No, I don't have any symptoms.
Do they do the test that you can tell if you've ever had it, or is it
No,
just
they
just see if you have it right
Just
now?
see if you have it. So what's the? I
You
don't-
can
I
get
know
an
it.
antibody test to see if you have had
I
it.
watched Kevin
Yeah, you
Smith do
can.
one of
but
them.
where? That's not
Yeah.
the test.
that I don't-
That's not
yeah,
the test
that I-
that we're doing.
I watched Kevin Smith
Yeah.
do it on Instagram Live. You can stick like this giant ass Q-tip up your nose, makes your eyes water and all
They
that.
don't do it that way anymore.
Well, that's just the one that I saw him do.
Yeah.
But I was like, that looks interesting.
Kevin Spacey.
No one watches him on Instagram Live.
Oh, John Oliver did a joke about him last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was pretty.
I want to watch the news episode because how people talking about the TikTok with Papa John.
Papa John.
Yeah, so I want to see that.
That was pretty funny.
Joe confronts Beck about being late and not. She's like, "Well, you said I could write these hours." And he's like, "Well, you're not writing either. So, what about that?" And then she's like, "Oh, well, it's Peach. I'm having dreams about Peach." Which I was like, "That's a
Yeah.
fucking excuse. Don't you bring your dead friend into this?"
She is a mess. Like she said she is.
Yeah,
but she is.
she even says to the therapist, "I'm
Yeah.
hiding being a big mess behind being like a clumsy, cute mess."
That must be a fucking great bookstore too, because like he's got an apartment. He can afford to pay her.
Which I told Ted, it probably doesn't look like that, but like the outside you can see of the bookshop, you can go actually visit. It's a real bookshop in New York.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
But
you want to go?
it'd be cool, but it'd be one of those things where this is cool, and then you get inside and you're like,
It's like
Pleeka says it's
looks nothing like it.
It's like Cheers.
Oh, like the outside you can go see. I think Always Sunny's bars like that too.
At Cheers, you have the bars there, but if you go in, it's nothing like them.
It's just like
That's
the
actually
office too. That there's a bar in the office that they go to a lot. That's real.
Well, even like the outside,
Chili's?
the outside of their office in the office is real too.
I can't remember what the fucking name of it is.
Because I've seen Always Sunny film there, and they're like, oh yeah, we took over. We're still in the air. Where are you guys?
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so you
Good time, Charlie. It's not Good Time. Poor Richards. It's called Poor Richards. That's the bar in.
in the office.
Oh, I think like I'm rewatching it. I think they've been there once since I rewatched it.
Yeah.
They must go a lot later.
So she says she's being late because she's dreaming of Peach, and then she mentions the only good thing in her life right now is therapy. And he goes, "The only good thing?"
Yeah.
And she's like,
Don't go there, Joe.
Don't be like that. And I'm like, how do you want him to be? You're being a bitch to him.
How do you want me to go? How do you want me to be?
Yeah.
How do you want me to be, Beth? Beth? Why did I call it Beth?
Beth? I would like you to say my name right.
Yeah. Come on, Beth. And then she'd be like, "Who's Beth? A better girlfriend."
And then break into Beth. I hear
But by the way,
you calling.
you didn't respond to the thing I sent you on Twitter of the new show on AMC.
Yeah,
Oh, boy.
I saw it. I was like, oh, that's cool. We can watch that. But what do you
boy.
want me to respond to? All right,
That's cool. It's Gus is hosting it, and they're seeing how close Breaking Bad is and Better Call Saul is to real life.
Yeah, I saw that.
And you have no response?
Well, I
You
watched
want to
it.
blow Gus, but anytime I send you a clip of him, and you're like, "Man, that's cool."
Apparently, I
I'm
don't
gonna go play
like him
Warzone with
quite as
Hess.
much as you think I do.
I'm gonna go play Warzone with Hess. Get rid of that tweet, idiot.
I read it and watched the video. What else do you want from me?
No reply would have been nice. You are my father.
Don't remind me.
Wow.
Beck has a bunch of.
Dildos?
Oh, I was really confused what I meant here, but I did write it right.
I like how you confuse yourself with your own
Well,
notes.
I said she has a bunch of arrows, and I was like, "What?" She's like Oliver Queen, but she put arrows all around Mooney's to lead down to the dinner in the basement.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then
Which I thought was really creepy because that's
and then
literally
she-
where her she doesn't know this, but it's where her ex-boyfriend was murdered, and they're having dinner down
Yeah,
there.
and yeah.
And she. Wow.
I just don't know how she got down there.
Well, they worked there now, and that's where they because didn't
Yeah, I
he?
know, but
He
he's the only one that-
no, he showed her it. Remember, like, you want to know
Oh,
who
did he?
I really am, Beck? And he brought her down there.
And then she
Yeah,
made
exactly.
that great dinner by going to Subway and getting meatball subs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's another instance when she's like, yeah, so me and Peach is blah 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 blah. And he's like, you're talking about Peach.
Let's talk about Peach, baby.
But she mentions that she doesn't want
That's
a big
fucking
birthday party. She
meat,
just
baby,
wants a
baby.
little one, a couple friends, you there, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, gotcha. And he goes and fucking talks to Lynn, and she ruins everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, but to be fair,
But there are women out there like that will say, "Oh, don't get me anything for my birthday," or
Yeah, and you know what?
whatever.
That bitch should
and
get
then
nothing.
They fucking lose their goddamn mind when you go, "Well, you said you didn't want anything." Well, you said that really wanted nothing. Well, I don't know. You fucking said you did.
Yeah,
guys,
If
there's guys out there. Like
if
that
you're
too.
gonna,
Yeah, no,
if,
yeah,
if
yeah.
you're gonna talk in riddles and be a little bitch, then you get nothing for your birthday.
What if they're the Riddler?
Well, then that makes sense. At least you expect it from him.
Call you the damn
He's like,
joker.
Yeah.
Riddle-
But if some girl's like, "Don't get me anything,"
Riddle me this.
and you're like, "Are you sure?" and they go, "Yes," you go, "Okay, I'm not getting you anything." And if you
So
get
the-
mad, I'm fucking putting you in a garbage can.
That's fine, but you can't get mad because someone does get you something. That's
yeah,
stupid.
yeah.
I
agree with that too.
I understand doing something small. You're like, all right, well, it's here. I don't want to look like a fucking complete asshole in
Who
front
gets,
of all my
who
friends.
gets pissed off too if someone give them a surprise party at a bookshop?
I've never had a surprise party.
Maybe one will come soon.
Yeah,
We'll
but you
bring,
gotta get a haircut.
we'll bring a
first.
barber,
Wow.
but he's only gonna
the
trim
pic-
your pubes. Imagine
the
that.
pic-
If his hair looks like that, imagine what his pubes look like right now.
Shut
They
up.
just got trimmed yesterday, so
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Wait, why, how can you trim your pubes but not your hair?
Yeah.
because I can do that myself.
Why can't you do the hair yourself?
I'm not gonna shave it.
But you could just.
I mean,
Don't you have scissors? You could.
Yeah.
Do you
it's like,
trust?
no, I don't have scissors.
You don't trust Abby enough to trim your hair?
No.
Wow, you guys don't have a trusting relationship,
Yeah.
I guess. You probably look through her
Absolutely
phone too.
If she cuts
Absolutely
too
not.
much, you could be like pineapple.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. You got a safe word.
Yeah. Yep. 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 I was gonna say something, but I can't remember what it was.
We were talking about your pubes. We
Yeah.
were talking about
Surprise
people
party?
not wanting something for their birthday and getting angry.
Yep.
Surprise
Yeah.
parties.
Oh, the picture that Abby sent you, Jerome. Did you see the picture she sent you?
Yeah.
Yeah, she said.
Do you have
that,
your phone on you? I could airdrop it to you.
No.
She said.
I don't bring my phone to a podcast.
I don't
She
need it. My
said
phone's
that,
over there.
She calls it a tripod. Whenever I don't know why.
Let me look at
So-
I got another video.
Are you flipping your cock out or something?
I haven't seen this yet, but there's a video of Hess sleeping that she just sent me.
Oh God.
Should I watch it?
Yeah, this is.
Riveting.
She's sticking them like a not a Twizzler, but with the round ones in his mouth.
Oh, I've seen her do that before.
He woke up and he's like, "What the fuck?"
Knock it off.
You want to hear him sing?
No.
No. Wow.
What did she say at the end that you said no to?
No idea.
Yeah, that was the.
I gotta
thing.
hear the beginning again.
She's,
That's what I hear when our mom listens to country. All right, let me find this tripod picture.
Jesus.
Is it
I was
because
thinking-
you have all the different hairs you have in a ponytail?
I think so. Yeah.
It is a pretty cute picture.
Is
I'll
there
give you
fruit?
that. You kind of look like the guy in Westworld that does a big ass sword fighting scene. You know?
I don't know.
I'll put a picture in the video and you guys can see
The
it.
guy,
Then.
the guy from the other land, whatever
Yeah,
the fuck it's
from-
called.
Ninja.
Once we're
Land.
not watching Westworld, it's out of my mind.
I can't think what that's called for the life of me.
Ben, you're the big fan. You're the one over there blowing everyone about
I
Westworld.
do blow everyone about what. Yeah, I have no idea what it's called.
Hmm.
Shogun
That's a
World,
good thing.
baby.
Does he look like Cam Newton?
I don't know what Cam Newton looks like.
Google Cam Newton.
Okay.
Just turn the. Oh, you can't turn the computer. Can you turn the computer around, Joe?
No, that'd be too easy.
I could show you the picture of Hess if you like. Cam. Oh, I could maybe see that with all his little hair sticking out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he actually kind of does. He looks more like Cam Newton than a tripod, I'd say. Actually, if Cam Newton was a ninja.
He could
Oh.
be a ninja.
Apparently, I'm the white Cam Newton.
This is the worst way
What
to do
the
that.
Do you ever wear clothes?
According to
Not when
Abby,
I'm at home. Not really.
Jesus.
like, so 90% of the time when you're home, your cock's out.
yeah.
That's what you're saying.
I wear like underwear or shorts.
Well, that's
but I usually
clothes.
I usually don't have a shirt on because it's so fucking hot.
Do you at least wear clothes like when
No.
we're playing Call of Duty together?
no. He
Usually I
freeloads it.
don't have a shirt on. No.
That's pretty sexy. You ever pinch your
But,
Did you ever get like,
like-
so turned on while we're playing you start pinching your nipples?
That's why he loses the
No.
gulag every time.
Yeah, he's like,
back there going,
oh fuck, I'm playing.
No.
Oh, sorry.
No.
But like today, when we finish here, if we play, like I'll be wearing this. So like I will have clothes on.
Okay, that's good
oh,
at least.
we're gonna get naked.
Yeah,
I'll get naked too. I don't care.
we'll play strip Warzone. Every time you die, take a piece of clothing off.
Okay, but we each got to pick a person. I'll pick Jerome,
Mm-hmm.
and then every time that person dies,
No, you'll just kill yourself.
but you haven't picked yet.
But were you gonna say like you pick me, and then every time you die, I have to take a piece of clothing off?
No, every time you
No.
die, I would have to take a piece of clothing.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
So like he's
Um,
saying, you're gonna die the least.
Yeah.
So you,
I would
yeah.
pick you,
Oh, okay.
and then you would have to pick. And if you pick me,
That-
I will kill myself.
That's honestly hard between the two of you, to be honest. Because it kind of depends on the, like, you might play bad, he might not pull a shoe. It's really. I honestly,
Yeah,
I could go either way with you two.
You could go either way with a lot of things.
Yeah.
Dick.
So Joe tells Uncle Jesse that the party was just the beginning of the end of the relationship because he found out that she was cheating on him with her therapist.
Now he says that, but he didn't find out.
Yeah, he didn't find out then at all. So I don't know why he said that to Uncle Jesse.
I think he was just.
What's his real
I
name?
think that's what he was feeling.
John Stamos.
Yeah.
This is bugging the shit out of me. What is it? These lights doing that?
It sounds like a ping pong ball.
Yeah.
He's got one stuffed up his vagina, and he keeps shooting it out against the table. But then he can catch it, so it's really actually pretty
Wow,
cool.
he's playing-
Pretty cool.
Playing beer pong with his vagina.
Yeah.
I think it's this green one. No.
Well, stop hitting it.
I just wish I could see which one so I could fix it.
Why don't you just not hit any of them? It's not those.
It's not those. I don't know what. Is someone like hanging like a?
It's my testicles that wrapped around the thing. Every time you move it, they bounce.
Yeah, I don't know. So Becca hasn't shown up for the party yet. Joe texts her and calls her a bunch of times, I guess, too.
Oh, she gets the dots. Or he gets the dots.
The dots pop up, and then the 3 little dots go away.
Do they have iPhones?
They do, but they don't, you know.
No, I
They don't want to show that they're actually iPhones. I believe
that I
part
can
of
fly.
part of the reason they probably don't actually have iPhones is because supposedly bad guys aren't allowed to use iPhones in this, you know, and like Joe does kill people, and Apple has a thing that like they won't let villains use iPhones in movies.
Really?
Yeah.
So
So I guess not to spoil anything, but I guess that's a big clue in Knives Out that like anybody you think might be the killer, if they pull out an iPhone, they're like, well, that guy could be it.
Oh, that's weird.
But I guess that's a thing in movies. So if you ever see someone pull out an iPhone in a movie,
or if I ever see Knives
you know they're
Out,
not the bad guy.
if I know it's
You forget everything I say the second this podcast is done. So it won't even matter when you watch Knives Out in a year and a half. It's
No,
it's on
now-
Amazon Prime though. So you
now
can-
I know who's not the killer in Knives Out. Now I know what happens at the end of this season.
No, you don't.
You two are like spoiling little
you
bitches.
don't know anything.
Nope.
We'll see.
You know nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, Jon
I mean,
Snow.
Hess might need to keep his mouth shut, but you know nothing.
I didn't even say anything.
Yeah, but
You tried.
you almost.
You
said
had to
so.
like swallow your tongue.
No,
You're like,
But so
definitely didn't do that.
Beck shows up as Joe's venting about how rude she's been to Lynn, and they have a little argument. And then Joe has to see her phone, and she can't really give him a straight answer about where he's been all night.
that was a good play by her. I like that. She's like, if you do this, there's no trust.
Yeah.
But you can do it. Here, you can do it. And I was like, you're lying.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
if she's not
Well, yeah.
lying. That's how I took it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you got her fucking duplicate. Just
Well,
go
I was
look
gonna
at
say
it.
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, he's gonna go home.
That's what I was. If I was him, I'd be like,
He
that's
has her
fine. I'll look at
other
it.
phone.
I have your phone on
Like,
my
all right.
ceiling.
I'm not
Idiot.
looking at it. I trust you. Go keep going. Fucking do whatever you're doing.
What was the name of the person, Fox, that he was
Yeah.
texting?
Yeah.
Do you know what's funny about that?
Hmm.
I kept picturing, I think it's Dana Carvey, and then when they're like, it's Foxy, and then he does that little dance. I think it's in Wayne's World.
Maybe that's what they'll do.
So
that.
that's what I pictured the entire time on the other side of the phone. Jerome's like beside himself.
This is bugging the shit out of me. I wish I knew what was doing that.
I told you I was doing it before we even started.
Yeah, I don't know. So
Have you met Ted?
She storms out, and then some shit happens in between. He's talking to his therapist, and then now Joe and Beck are back together, and he's like, "You're back together so quick," and they're like, "Yeah, that was such a little thing. I'm just not gonna touch the table." So then they're trying to get food, and he offers like 5 or 6 different options to her. She says no to every single one,
And then says,
and then
that
goes,
she's
"Why
not
the fuck do I gotta pick every time?" So then they get like tacos or something. But I was like, he offered you so many different things, and you said no to all of them. So maybe that's why you gotta pick, because you're a picky little asshole.
Yeah. If someone offers 3 things and you say no to all 3 of them, you are picking,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but the other person's trying.
Yeah. But so then
Happens all the time.
as they're eating, she keeps getting texts, and she's getting real weird, and you keep like seeing him like all of a sudden remembering her getting texts from other instances and all that.
Did you guys think she was cheating at this point?
At this point, I wasn't sure. I was like, yeah, probably, but I wasn't sure. Because
Yeah,
usually
I
he's like,
wasn't-
usually
I mean-
whatever Joe's thinking is right, and like is like, oh, maybe I'm not. And like, usually what's going on in the show is he is kind of spot on for. Cause like he thought that about Peach, he thought about Benji, and it ended up actually being right.
I think that's why I like the episode is because the whole time he thinks she's cheating, I think she's cheating, and then it wasn't predictable. The last episode when he killed Peach, that was predictable to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So and it's, I don't know, but I actually didn't, and that I was afraid he's gonna kill the therapist, but but then I was like, well, he probably won't because he's this one episode, like, and he didn't. I'm sure he will eventually, probably.
Yeah.
But
I'm spacing out again too. I think it's your thing doing it, just so we know for future, but I could be wrong. Oh, it does sound like it's coming over here.
no, it's from your side,
Yeah.
fucker.
I'm sorry. Yeah, so they're back together. They're doing all that. As she leaves, he gets.
I think it's your thing hitting the wall.
Down here?
Yeah. Is it? Maybe.
No.
Yeah.
I wish I knew what it was. Something makes a little jingling sound here, but nothing.
You get it.
I can't replicate it. Nothing I do will replicate what's making the sound. I don't know what it is.
That's
But
wild.
and then we shake the table a little bit and happens. Anyways,
What if it's like a fucking spirit and it's just fucking with you?
it might be. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
A spirit.
Why is there a random thumbtack in the wall? Like, what would have hung there?
My penis.
Something's going on in here, and I don't like it.
Penis.
But he chucks her phone from the ceiling and then starts following her. And Beck catches Joe. He calls her out for sleeping with her therapist, and then he goes, "Who's the fox then, huh?
I'm Foxy.
Who's the goddamn fox?" And then she goes, "Ding, ding, 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 ding."
What does the fox say?
No, but she goes, "It's my friend from Brown. You little bitch."
Yeah.
And she spit in Joe's mouth. And he
She
went,
could be fucking lying.
She could be fucking lying.
she could be fucking a lion.
She could be fucking a lion, she'd be fucking lying, or she could be fucking Fox from
She
Brown.
really-
Yeah.
Is it Foxy Brown?
It's Foxy Brown.
We cracked the case.
Pam Grier.
Uncle Jesse says that there's two Joes, like one that's been really hurt in the past and blah, blah,
There is
blah.
two Joes.
And then there's one that believes true love exists and all that. And he goes, and that is a guy I think I can help. And then Joe walks out and waits for him to leave, and he's about to go get him. And he goes, nah, I need proof. He goes, gets on his computer.
I don't think he was ever going to kill him. I think he just grabbed that to pick the lock to get in. That's
Yeah.
what I thought.
Yeah, I think he was trying to look suspenseful. It was for a TV show. In
Yeah.
reality, he was just like, and he's in the elevator. Let's get
Yeah.
in there. But he goes in there and he starts playing a recording of Beck talking about Joe. And then
That was kind of cool. 'cause
Uncle Jesse's like, hey, pretend I'm him. So then you see her actually talking to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
Which is
It
cool.
was a nice little scene.
And she bitches about him and how she wants to break up with him. But if he loves her, let her go and blah, blah, blah.
And then he lets her go.
Yeah. So then Joe smashes her phone that he has and says he's going to let her go. Goes to her place, says sorry, gives her the Scrabble pieces, and says goodbye.
Dick.
What were you going to say?
Dick. Sorry.
When he smashed the phone, where did all the water come from when he smashed?
Oh, did water come out of it?
Yeah, it looked like it was a bunch of water that came out.
I didn't even notice that.
I
That's funny.
didn't see any water.
That's why I'm going, okay, I don't know, maybe.
Every time he hits something, I'm like, oh yeah, he's left-handed. That's weird.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, because it's just weird. It almost looks like he's not left-handed, but he uses his left hand to hit everybody. Like
I've
he hit
never even noticed that.
He hit Benji with his left hand. And
I wonder if
I
wonder if Penn Badgley's just left-handed. I mean,
It's like watching a left-handed quarterback.
yeah, it is. It's like Michael Vick. It's all weird. I'm like, fuck
Yeah,
this.
because you don't see a lot of them.
Yeah,
if you look up Penn Badgley left, the first thing that pops up is Penn Badgley left-handed. Cool things you did not know about Penn Badgley. Want to know? It's 11 cool things.
Can't wait.
if one of them's left-handed, I already knew that.
We're scrolling down.
He is not
He's
left-handed.
in a band. That's one cool thing.
then they're called the
he
left
once
hand-
he once dated co-star Blake Lively. While on
Ryan
Gossip
Reynolds.
Girl, Badgley said
We talked about that before, didn't we?
Yeah, he said he had to save his chest. They said save his chest hair off. I think they meant shave.
Yeah, I think they go without an age.
I don't know. Maybe he saved all his chest hair and they shaved it off.
When they put it on eBay.
He said he's writing a song for every woman he's ever been with, which one of them is Zoe Kravitz. Before he was on
Zoe
Gossip Girl,
Kravitz?
he was in John Tucker Must Die. Penn Badgley was conflicted about playing Joe on You. Yeah, he hates Joe.
Yeah. Let me know when there's one that's
His
interesting.
childhood crush was Parker Posey.
Ooh,
He graduated high school when he was 13 years old.
that's weird.
He turned down Gossip Girl twice, and that's it. Not one thing about this said left-handed. Why did this pop up if I looked up he's left-handed?
I don't know.
Here, left-handed people on IMDb. Let's see.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
We'll get to the bottom of this. Don't worry. Charles Chaplin,
No one cares if Charlie Chaplin's left-handed.
Gary Grant,
Who?
Rock Hudson,
Cary Grant?
Gary.
No, it's Cary.
Gary, yeah, it's Cary Grant. Anthony Perkins, Ava Marie
That guy's
Saint,
psycho.
Kim Novak, Nippy Hendren, Christopher Nolan, Bruce Willis, Zachary Quinto, Keanu Reeves, Scarlett
They're just naming
Johansson,
all the
Hugh
left-handed people in
Jack-
Hollywood.
yeah,
Yeah, dude, it's
Richard Dreyfuss,
If it's in alphabetical order, which is not, you already fucked up.
Julia Roberts, John Noble, Joshua Jackson, Vincent D'Onofrio, Angelina Jolie, Jennifer Lawrence, Ron
Okay.
Perlman. Okay, I'll just scroll down until I see Penn Badgley.
Jennifer Lawrence is?
Oh, now you're interested, fuckface.
Well, because she shoots a fucking bow and arrow with her right hand.
Yeah. Emma Thompson, Mark Wahlberg,
Mark Wahlberg.
Seth Rogen, Omar Epps, Trey Parker, Joe Pantoliano,
Joey Pants?
Mark Hamill,
Ralphie?
Yeah.
Luke Perry. I guess he's not left-handed anymore.
Jesus.
Penn Badgley. Ding, 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 ding.
I'll be goddamn.
Hey.
We got a winner.
He was naming people, and I was listening, which reminded me, I listened to podcast with Rob Lowe a couple days ago,
Yeah.
and they were talking about what's your fucking hockey movie name?
Youngblood.
Youngbloods. So they were talking.
Blood.
They were talking about Youngblood. They were talking about like Patrick Swayze, and then Bill Simmons is like, hey, Keanu Reeves is in that. He goes, yeah. He goes, I never even knew he was an actor. I thought he was just a goalie. Like he had no idea.
Wow.
They just thought it was some goalie that they hired. He goes,
Yeah.
he had no idea. And he goes, later on, I found out it was Keanu Reeves.
That's funny.
Yeah, Rob Lowe was actually really interesting. I might download his podcast.
Have you? Oh yeah, you have. I was gonna say, have you seen him in Californication? But you watched most of that.
Yeah, I think so.
He's a weird dude in that. It's weird. You know how we watched Supergirl and his brother's in that?
Yeah.
His brother's also in Pretty Little Liars. He's like one of the dads in there. And like for a while, sometimes he looks nothing like Rob Lowe, and then sometimes you're like, yeah, that's totally his brother.
Yeah,
like sometimes they'll make a little face, and you're like, oh yeah, okay, that's the same family.
He had Chris Pratt on his first podcast.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Did I tell you they have a Talking Sopranos with Christopher and Bobby Baklava?
I think I brought that up when you said you were watching it. When I said I give up.
We had one, but it didn't last very long.
They just finished season 1. Like they're doing episode by episode.
Right.
I wonder where they got that idea from.
I think it's getting pretty popular.
Well,
like
maybe
The Office does it.
Hey,
They're doing
maybe
The Wire.
Let's get back to it.
They said that.
Now you two.
They said. Oh, I listened to like half of the first episode, and they mentioned that like more people have watched Sopranos since it stopped airing than what watched it when it did air, or something like that.
Oh wow.
I mean, it makes sense because it's older.
Yeah, it's 13 years it ended.
But it's not. It's not like people weren't watching it when it was on, though.
I've seen the last episode. I can tell you how it ends. Watch. See, it was just like that.
Mm-hmm.
I cut the screen to
When
black.
you move, you move.
When I move, you move.
Just like that. Hell yeah. Hey, DJ, spin that track.
All right. Could you get
Come on with your... Okay. Joe and Beck...
Wow.
Joe goes back, sorry, to Uncle Jesse. I was calling him Uncle Becky. That's a different...
No, it's Aunt Becky.
Sorry, my mic gave up. It was my mic.
I didn't never watch Full House, and even I know it's Aunt Becky.
Taylor owns them all on DVD.
Yeah, that's fucking...
Have you seen Fuller House?
Nope.
It's not as good. And Uncle Jesse says
sucks.
he's hungry. I wrote like a wolf, but he said like a fox.
What?
Didn't he?
No, he said a wolf. He's Duran Duran. He quoted Duran Duran.
Yeah.
But I'm... did he?
Hungry like the wolf. That's the song.
I thought he said hungry like a
Duran,
fox. Just like, Beck got the text like a fox.
Oh, you were trying to get those together?
Let me go look at... I'm gonna pull up the episode. We'll see.
It's hungry like a wolf. 110%.
He was singing the Duran Duran song.
I know that, and I wrote that down, but I don't trust you or myself.
Well, then you're a moron.
What about me?
There's no Hungry Like the Fox song.
Yeah, I know, but I thought he was doing it as like a pun off of that song.
No.
Because Beck calls him a fox, maybe. I don't know. I thought they were hinting at
Did he go to Brown?
I have no idea. I couldn't tell you.
You probably could tell me.
No, I honestly couldn't tell you if he's in Brown or not.
If we understood love, I'd be out of a job. I have to say it's sort of unique to everybody, like a fingerprint or a strand of DNA or a song you lost your virginity to. Hungry like the wolf.
Hungry like the wolf.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, thanks for listening to us.
Well, I'm just fact checking you guys, keeping you guys on your toes here. That's what I'm here for.
That's what you're here for?
Mm-hmm. So then after that, Joe goes home and bangs his neighbor, and while she's showering, he looks at Beck's Instagram, and Candace pops up and goes, "Are you gonna leave Beck alone, or is she gonna become like me?" And it goes,
Dun, dun,
"News
dun.
over."
Yeah, then he had a very upset look on his face when it ended.
How fucking weird is it to be going home and then he just bangs his neighbor?
I like the neighbor more than Beck.
You don't do that often? Sometimes I get home, I'm like, "Come on, frog," and he's like, "Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit."
I've always
ribbit."
wished that would happen, but it never has.
You wish I would fuck frog?
You don't have
No!
Wow. For those who don't know, we call our neighbor Frog. Hopefully he doesn't listen to our YouTube. That'd be weird.
Especially after you just said you want to fuck him.
I don't want to fuck him. I was just going to say I don't want to fuck him. I just said I have.
Wow. You're a terrible person. You know that, Jerome?
Well,
I like the neighbor. Well, she's not the neighbor. She's the neighbor's friend.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because Ron came back and she's like, "What are you looking at? You know me?" And he's like, "No." Well, then why are you looking at me? And went back inside. And
She's
he's
like very like
"Fuck."
blunt, forthcoming.
Yeah, she seemed cool.
Yeah.
And then she's like, I love you. Just fucking with you. And then she goes to take a shower. I was like, you just gonna go take a shower? You don't even ask?
I think they went in her place, didn't they?
Yeah, that was definitely not his apartment.
No, I don't know. I just saw a bed. I wasn't fucking making...
That's what I said.
Unless he moved his bed to the middle and got a new frame and all that, it was not his bed. I can pull a clip of it if you
No,
want.
I believe you.
Okay.
She was hungry like the fox, right?
Yeah, that's our squeaky podcast for today, everybody.
Could you fucking stop? It's totally that thing hitting the wall.
No, I think it's this. Oh, it's gonna keep doing it.
Just keep
I
doing
think we
it?
should order new ones of these, huh? See, hear that?
We'll see, maybe, if you're a good boy.
I'm a good boy. All right, well, that's it, everybody. To wrap up the show,
What episode number was this?
Let's get ready to rumble!
This was episode 7. Out of 10.
Everythingship.
Yeah, Everythingship.
That was dumb.
Yeah, it was. I'm screaming into like a fan.
I just picture you like in grade school
Gonna
on
open up
a
the door,
real
baby.
short bus, going to like 6th grade, and sticking out the window going, "Deep, deep, 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 deep." That's what I picture.
He could almost be like Cartman singing.
Yeah.
The funniest thing is you
Bye,
can,
bye, bye.
she can
I gotta
send
make
you
that a button.
guys- She can send you so much shit. You can make like a montage.
She literally texts me, if you ever need content, let me know.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay.
Meanwhile, he just pulled his hair over his groin.
Yeah. All right. Well, please like, subscribe, check us out on Spotify and iTunes and all that other shit, and we'll see you guys next time for more You.